Wheezy, YouTube family. What's going on with y'all? What up, though? How's everybody week been going so far? Y'all been staying focused or y'all been playing around? Y'all been staying on top of y'all meal prep? Have y'all been doing too many cheat days? Look in the mirror, that's y'all answer. If y'all steady getting gains, then it's working. If you're not going in reverse, then you're doing something right. But you definitely should be going forward. If you stagnant, meaning you in the same position, you still doing enough stuff right, but you need to make a couple tweaks. Raphael, what up, though? What's good with you, Raphael? How your day been, man? Nice and sunny in Detroit, Michigan right now. I think it got up to about 80 some degrees today. Right now it's probably about, I'll say about 80 still, maybe 78. But I think it got up to about 85, somewhere around there. My day was productive. That's what I'm talking about. Productive is a very good word. A word that we need to be used to utilizing. Yeah, Raphael. So I had my cheat day was today, right? So I went into this new place. It was some soul food. So I'm gonna post a picture on my community tab. But I'll just say it was a new place and it was a cheat day today. So when I be talking about mental health and protect our energy and staying positive and putting that type of energy out into the universe so we can attract it, plus that's gonna protect our peace of mind of our positive energy also, I be meaning that. So I walked in to get my cheat meal. And I just walked in, it was a dude looking at me, and it wasn't a look like that, let me just say. I was just walking in and we were just looking at each other. And I was like, "What's up, bro? You all right?" And the dude was like, well, he took a deep breath. He was like, "Well, need I remind you, I never saw this dude a day of my life." He was like, "Well, I'll let you know once my work day is over with." I already had my hand out. I mean, my hand out. I already had my phone out in my hand doing something with it. So I just kind of cut his energy off because I already knew what type of energy that was. This dude was big. We would consider him old school. He might be my age. I just know he's somebody's father, uncle, maybe even a granddad. So look like he was probably my age, maybe a little bit older. But I'm thinking to myself, this dude ain't loving his life. He don't like where he work at. He's out of shape. So right now he looking like a big ass baby because to me, he like too big for this. There's a such thing as like, even if you smaller and you a man and you complaining like this, it's still not good. But you big as hell complaining. I never saw this dude a day of my life and probably won't see him again. And I could have said something positive to add on to his negative energy, like, well, it'll be all right. Just look at the positive side. Think positive. I didn't even want his comeback for that. Like, what if he would have went into depth about explaining some other shit that I ain't even had time for? Like, well, I don't know, cause it ain't got better yet. Then I would have been thinking, damn, I should have just let it go. I shouldn't even said nothing. Sometimes it's best not to say nothing, y'all. But I say that was like, I can't even say the highlight of my day because the highlight is a good thing. I would say, I would think, but that was like one of the test parts of my day. It was like to see where I'm at, see where my head space is at, see where my emotions is at, stuff like that. Rando Random Viz. What's going on, Random Viz? Welcome to the live. Raphael, sunny and 83 degrees. Yeah, something like that here, Raphael. But yeah. So this guy, energy was just off, and I was just so proud of myself for being the person that I've become. And when I think back, like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, I wasn't in this headspace. I've always been a positive person, always been like a motivated person, but to bottle it all up and package it the way it is now is something to give myself on a pat on the back to. Like, that's something to give myself a pat on the back to, because I've came a long ways. And I'm like, man, just imagine he taking that energy home to his wife, if he got one, his girlfriend, if he got one, if he can even attract one. Sometimes I be so full of energy, y'all. I be having to catch myself because I be talking so fast sometimes. That's why, but it's all genuine. Like, this is all me. Like, I be so excited and be having so much to say and give out to the world. I be having to slow myself down and take a deep breath, but ain't no telling who that dude taking that energy to. Like, that's probably his surroundings. They probably complaining also. I don't want to be around no people complaining. But anyway, it's been a very good day for me, y'all. But I just wanted to share that story because that's a big part of mental health and protecting your energy. Like, I create my own 24 hours. It's going to be what I want it to be. Let me see. Valenti Variante Chepaline. And if you still think you can stop us, don't forget I'm invisible. What the hell? Louis B. Godless Amen. Nucci 1987. Just passing through, spreading love. God bless you. Well, I appreciate that, Nucci 1987. Same to you, man. Same to you. Raphael. Sometimes people like that use negative energy to get something out of you. Almost, yeah. Hey, Raphael, I felt it. Even cause when the dude said, well, I tell you, once I get off work, I was already like turning my head downward at my phone because my phone was already in my hand anyway. So I was already in motion to turn my head down, but it would have stayed up and at him if the energy was right. But that was unattractive to me. My energy and his energy didn't match. And I can tell he was trying to get a response out of me just so he can come back and say some more stuff that was like negative. So I ain't say nothing. That way he knew the conversation was over with. I just wish him the best. Wish him the best. Amilo Capiso. Love soy too. Amilo, what is that? Portuguese? What language are you speaking in? Hey, yo, shout out y'all country, y'all city, or y'all state. I just want to see where y'all located. Louis B, you seem like a good man. Don't let them get a reaction out of you, brother. Keep it real. Yeah, you already know, Louis B. I remember you being on the live before, I think, Louis B. You've been on the live before, right? Louis B, London, UK. Hey, yo, shout out to London, UK. I've never been to London, but I will be at London one day. That's on my list. I got to do a little bit more research because I do a lot of traveling internationally. But London is one of the places that I plan on visiting. It's amazing, like, most of my travel experience internationally comes from people that I grew up around or the good people I ran across. Even if it was in bad situations and they had my back, the energy was good, I wanted to travel to those places. Most of those places I already went to, y'all, because I had a connection with those people in those places. Like, I had people that I was tight with that was Cuban, and I went to Cuba because I already had an emotional connection with these people. They had my back, and I just feel, why not? Just to really absorb where they came from and where they are now. Because we don't realize like how good we got it, y'all, until we go somewhere and we see how they doing it and they still able to smile and live life. And we got all this, and here it is, we walking around mean as hell and mad. I said random video, random vids. I appreciate that random vids. Raphael, I hear London is what's happening. Yeah, I know a little bit of this and a little bit of that about London, Raphael. It's definitely on my to-do list. It's just so much of the world to see, y'all. That's why I say, like, we really ain't got time for, like, negative stuff or procrastinating people to be around it, because that stuff will rub off on us if we let it. We supposed to be getting to it. We should be working overtime so we can take a trip. We should be relaxing because we got to go to work tomorrow to be able to take our family out to dinner this weekend and stuff like that. We should be planning maybe a new job because this job ain't paying enough. Like, this stuff required energy, y'all. And if we put energy in these wrong places, just say that example from that dude at the restaurant, I'm telling you, it would distract me. Now I'm feeling like him. I'm feeling like he feel when he was mentioning it to me, but I wasn't feeling like that before I pulled up at this place to get my cheat meal. Now we both feeling down. Or he might be feeling better because he ain't the only one feeling like this now. It makes him not accept accountability. And the thing about it, I wish that dude the best. I always wish people the best. I never down talk people unless they disrespect me. The dude wasn't disrespectful, it's just that I cut that energy off. Because sometimes it's best not to even say nothing. So, and body language is the #1 communication around the world, y'all. So without me even saying nothing, my body language, lack of eye contact, was saying a lot. It completely dismantled whatever he was gonna say or come back with. So I just kept it moving. So that's why I say, y'all, we gotta stay locked in. If we allow those distractions to distract us, we'll never get to the level that we trying to get to, because distractions is meant to hold us back. Let me see. For me, it's midnight. I'm so tired. Random vids. Let me see. Also sub Louis B. Yeah, it's good. I prefer the countryside, but London City is good. Yeah, I got to do more research, but London just, even movies, the accents, like I love accents, y'all. The lady at my not the credit union, because I'm at the credit union also, but I'm at a bank, credit union and a bank. But the lady at my bank, she's from what country is she from? Middle East. I'm telling y'all, her accent is very addictive. Like, she has an accent out of this world. I talked to her a couple of times this week because I was taking care of some business, and she had to call me back, or either I had to call her and check the status of something. But her accent is ridiculously addictive. She gave me some info on her country and told me what to visit. It's in the Middle East. I forget what part of the Middle East, but the accent is insane, y'all. I'm a big fan of accents. That's why I like being around different stuff, so I can learn, grow, learn a couple sayings, know how to say hello. I practice Spanish all the time. Spanish is something I know how to speak the most out of any other language, y'all. I'm still working on a little Portuguese. I remember a couple of things from when I went to Brazil. So I'm always learning and I'm always growing. It takes a lot of time for us a lot of time and energy to be able to, learn this stuff and grow. Random, where are you from, or chat? England, that's what's up, man. Whereabouts, bro? Midlands, Birmingham. That's good. It's always good to see the chatting with other chatters. Yeah, cool. I got family in Birmingham. Oh, beware, not bottle of water. Raphael, she probably has one of those accents that make her. Hey, Raphael, I can listen to this woman talk. To her, it's no big deal. Just like us talking, it's no big deal. We go places and it's a big deal to them because we got an accent to them. But to us, it's nothing. Man, her accent, you don't even want to cut her off. I just listen And then I say, this how I do everybody anyway, but I'm just saying, like, her accent is just so amazing, and the energy that come with it is so good, y'all. It's good. Whether it's professional only, like, she can be the meanest lady outside of work. But I read people well. Like, this lady, oh my God, like, her energy, her accent is very addictive. Her accent literally calms you down. It keeps you calm. It keeps you, like, focused. Like, her accent is everything. Yep, that's what it is, Ralph. Yeah. Shout out to the chat. Make sure y'all like this video, and make sure y'all share with anybody that want to be part of a positive community that's growing forward and always focus on accomplishing goals. Let me see. Yeah, y'all. So I'm always just encouraging people to be the best version of themselves, because that's what it boils down to. A lot of people out here, they just don't know what to do. They sad. They miserable. How many of y'all in the chat can honestly say that y'all are happy beings? Like, y'all always happy? I mean, everybody had their days and moments, but I'm just saying, like, are you a positive, energetic, happy-going person? Even when life is happening and stuff is not going your way, because that's when it's going to show your true self. Everybody is happy and easy going when the sun is out, when the money is coming in, when all the lights is going, you know, all the bills is paid. Like, what about when the lights is cut off? What about when you don't have gas money? What about when you got health issues going? Like, are you the same positive person? Most people are not. So you can only say it if you have passed the test of time, which is when you didn't have nothing, when you was down and out, wasn't nobody calling you, ain't nobody have your back. That's the only way you can tell. Other than that, if stuff always went your way and you always had it made and you always had money and these people was always around you when you was high up, you'll never know. You won't know until you be tested. How many of y'all is positive and motivated like that? Because y'all can take that energy and really lock and load into a whole nother level in y'all life. I liked your video the other day on what to eat. You get down in that kitchen with you. Hey, Raphael, I know that video was long overdue, so I had to make it really count. My videos, I make sure I value people's time. I don't stretch my videos out, whether it's the workout videos, whether it's the lives. I go off the energy and I make sure it's packed with energy. So that video is filled with so much information, and you can take what you take or add what you add to whatever you seeing. But I wanted to make sure that I was showing y'all how healthy, tasty, and nutritious y'all day in and day out meals can and should be without you feeling like you missing out from the stuff that we eat on our cheat days. My meals are packed with flavor, packed with nutrients, and packed with every single thing that I need to keep me away from the bullshit that got all the bad ingredients in it. Y'all saw it. You saw it, Raphael. And for those in the live who didn't see it, check out my latest video, How to Eat. I mean, check out, that's my guide, How to Eat guide. Check out my latest video, What I Eat in a Day. It's my newest, latest video on my channel. Check that out, y'all. It's a game changer because you can get other ideas off of it. Maybe you don't like this, but you can add that. Maybe you watching it and you want to try to do this to your meals or whatever. Like, all of my seasonings are simple and they work. And they the seasonings that you would use day in and day out to season up pretty much whatever you're going to season up, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. My proteins is, I got like 3 main proteins. That's why I always tell people, Pick 3 protein sources, fat sources, and 3 carb sources. My 3 protein sources are rotisserie chicken, ground turkey, and ground beef chuck 80/20. And then, you know, I'll throw in maybe some the salmon. But them be the ones. I do tuna here and there too. But pick 3 protein sources. That way you can cook them however way you want. Switch it up with the seasoning and layer it with lightly with a little sauce if you want to. I only done a ranch in that video. Now I do ranch like every few weeks just for taste purposes, so I don't get bored with my food. But the amount of ranch that y'all saw, especially since you saw Raphael on that video, it was pretty much 1 drop per cucumber slice. That's nothing. And then I wiggled the pack just to show you. Pretty much, I think I only used less than 1/3 of what was in that pack. That pack was still pretty much brand new. I threw that away. So I do that about twice a month. And then it don't necessarily always be on a cucumber. Sometimes I put it on a ranch. So I take enough and it'll go this quick, just like that. And it's just enough to kind of smear over the chicken just for taste. It ain't like how we grew up and dipping it all, you got ranch all sliding down your hand. It ain't like that. It's just enough for taste. And then the fruits, that's why I say the fruits and vegetables need to be the best, our favorites. You might not like peaches. Maybe oranges is your thing. You might not like oranges. Maybe apples is your thing. But I will tell you, it takes a while for us to get our system in place as far as what we love to eat day in and day out. Pick about 3 different fruits, 3 different protein sources, 3 different fat sources, 3 different carb sources. And I guarantee you over time, you're going to have your system in place to where you can hit the market or any place, even if it's not the healthiest. Just say you're hitting a Myers, which is packed with a bunch of BS ingredients. You're going to still be able to know how to shop because maybe you was pressed for time and you weren't able to pack your lunch or whatever or bring your food or meal prep. You're going to be able to know how to go in there and still pick something healthy that'll hold you over until you get to your more healthy foods. It's a game changer. Like, I don't miss eating the bullshit food on a daily, y'all, because my regular meal is that nutritious, that satisfying, and that tasty. Random videos, bro. I wish I was at 1K subs. Hey, give it time, put in the work. Some people at 50K, some people at 200 subs. It's all about energy. Like, I still carry myself as if I got 50,000 subs or whatever. I still do what I do. I still do what I do. I get on here, I do what I do. I remember when my videos was stagnant at one point. I kept critiquing. I remember when my lives was stagnant. I kept critiquing. So the whole time I just wasn't sitting back wishing and hoping. Behind the scenes, I was critiquing. I was changing the hashtags and all that. That's why stuff is moving forward, because behind the scenes, I was changing stuff, y'all. I wasn't sitting back. I was working on better nutrition. I was working on better deliveries when I present my videos. I was watching my videos, analyzing it. So if you're passionate about something and you're consistent, passion and consistency equals results. That equals success. So this can't help but to be successful. So subscriber numbers started going up. So this ain't just come out the blue. I was switching stuff behind the scene, one tweak at a time to see what will work. One tweak at a time, and I do it for an X amount of period and see what will work. And then I noticed stuff started changing. Yeah, plus YouTube changed some other stuff to where the channels can't use Chat GPT or something for something I was hearing or reading. And this was around the time when my channel, the videos and all that stuff started moving back forward. The live started going up and everything. So that's playing a major role too. But I'm never sitting still. So when y'all don't see me, I'm always working. I got businesses outside here. I'm always working. I'm always doing something for the channel. I'm always working on how I talk and everything, y'all. Like, this wasn't always it. I had to learn this, but with passion, it naturally came. The leadership was always here, but I had to learn the delivery, like even how I make my videos, like compact with so much locked into it to where you can watch it, you don't mind watching it. I got a certain way I'm talking, and yeah, I created that over time, one tweak at a time. Because if y'all go back and see like first video like that I created, first month, 6 months, like I even see it, I'm like, dang, this is what I call growth. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, Raphael, patience is key. Random videos, fair enough. So you do content, random videos? I'm guessing you a content creator, random videos. I'm only at 107. I'm only at 10. Hey, I tell you what, random videos. It would be one thing I would change into what you just said. In the I'm only at 107 though. I wouldn't say I'm only. I just say I'm at 107. Because when you say only, you kind of taking away your own credibility. That's why I say words hold power and energy. So only is kind of like you downplaying yourself. You're looking at yourself as a little person on the totem pole. Everybody was once at that number. But like I say, you mix passion with consistency, and you ain't got to worry about the numbers. Just mix those two together. You ain't got to worry about the numbers. That's what you want to do. So I would never say I'm only at 107 though. I would just say I'm at 107. That's how you want to put in random videos. Yeah. So yeah, I put too much pressure on myself. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with putting pressure on yourself, but you gotta know stuff take time, and you gotta know it's going to work. You gotta already have it in your mind that it's already there. So you gotta visualize you already being there and move in that energy every day. So you gotta act as if you already there, because if you're passionate about it, technically you are. We just waiting on time to catch up with that. You don't know when that's gonna be. We just know it's gonna be. And as long as you put in the work, it's gonna be. That's what we want to do. What type of content you got? Random vids. What type of content you got? You got travels. Well, say random vids, so I'm thinking it's probably lifestyle, probably, huh? Yeah, you are giving me positive energy. Hey, that's what it's about, because while you on the live, while we on the live, we supposed to be getting more energy going through our body. That's why when we on these lives, the energy don't go down, our energy goes up, including me. The energy go up, and when the live end, our energy should still be up, because we still got that excitement and that encouragement and that motivation and those like-minded dopamines going through our body, even after we get off the live. And that should be going on for hours and hours, because that's what it's supposed to be about. That way you focus and you got more motivation to keep going and get to your next goal. Q-Man, that same analogy can be applied to fat loss, Weezy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is for life, like dealing with life in general. Like, this is where it's at. It's all based on you gotta already see yourself there. Even these big corporations, when it comes to business, it's like these people visualize this before it got there, y'all. This ain't just come like, oh, it just there. Some of these places started in somebody's garage. They started their business in a garage, and they just had this vision. And I remember I was telling people this story years ago, right? Probably about 2 years ago. M&M, Snickers, Mars bars, Twix, all those candy bars we grew up on. It's owned by, what is it, Nestle or whatever company it is. But anyway, I remember reading a story about the candy bar company, right, that own all those Twix, Snickers, Nestle Crunch, Mars bars, Almond Joy. It's all owned by whatever company, I can't think of it, but I think it's Nestle or whatever it is, right? Anyway, It was two brothers that went in business, right? The one brother, because they kept on trying to get the recipe right for the chocolate, because something was missing and they couldn't figure it out. But while they kept trying to get the recipe right, the other brother kind of gave up. And each time they failed, or I say a learning curve, a learning experience, each time they experienced a learning curve, they went bankrupt. And if I'm not mistaken, after the first or second bankrupt, the other brother was out. It was like 2-0. The other brother was out. The other brother, y'all, kept going. And each time he went bankrupt, he started over fresh in a whole nother state. Fresh. So he took a hit. Plus you in a whole nother state where more than likely you don't really know nobody or not too many people. And you got to have the ability to keep fucking going. He kept going. He kept going. He went bankrupt 5 times and moved to a different state 5 times and finally came up with the formula to make that chocolate the chocolate that it is, right? The other brother came back in the picture when the one brother that kept going wind up opening up a factory location. I'm trying to remember everything as I'm telling the story. I remember most of it, like 9 out of 10 of it. The other brother came back when the one brother that was consistent had opened up a new factory, and then a brother that left was like, hey, we got to get this, I think he said international, or maybe it wasn't international, but pretty much in different states. So pretty much they opened up the chocolate factory or whatever it was, right, in different locations. All started with just trying to make this maybe in a garage or in their own little small warehouse, but failed. And I'm telling y'all, like, it started small, but with a big ass vision. The people that built these big companies, it don't even matter the race, like whether they black, whether they white, whether they Chinese, the people that built these companies and kept going, even after being tested with these learning curves and failing and all this type stuff, and they kept going. Thomas Edison and stuff like that. They say he built, he had, I think 200 or 2,000 experiments before he can get the light bulb to work the way it's working, y'all. Now we got lights everywhere, traffic lights everywhere, street lights, regular lights, lamps everywhere. I'm telling y'all, like 200, I think it was 2,000 experiment. That's a lot. Even if it was 200, to keep going after you failed and 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 failed, says a lot. Says a lot. Random vids. Oh, random stuff. Yeah, because I read this here, random vids. That's what's up. Okay, I'm going to go to sleep. For me, it is. Oh, so it's 040. So it's 12:40 a.m. Where you at? Random vids. That's 12:40 a.m. Military time. Raphael, like Benjamin Franklin says, energy and persistence conquers most things. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm always saying it's positive energy. Why am I still awake? Yeah, random videos. It's random vids. It's 12:40 a.m. where you at, right? It's all about positive energy, y'all. It's all about positive energy. You stay positive and you stay consistent, we'll blow past the average person out here that's in a way. Ain't nothing wrong with fussing. Ain't nothing wrong with complaining. But we have to be moving forward while we fussing and complaining. Otherwise, if you fussing and complaining, especially as a man, it's like the biggest, weakest thing that we can do. Because if men is fussing and complaining and not moving forward, you might as well be a woman. A woman can do it. I love women. I love people in general. I love kids. I love everybody. People in general. Because I'm a positive person. I just like the energy to come with people, especially if their energy is positive. But one of the saddest things for anybody to come across is a complaining man that ain't doing shit about it. Whether it's another man seeing that man complain, it's a sad thing. Whether it's a woman seeing that man complain, it's a sad thing. Whether it's a child seeing that man complain, it's a sad thing. We got to be complaining and doing something about it, which is moving forward. Then a person can respect that. We got to be complaining about the job, but doing something behind the scenes, knowing that we on our way up out of that motherfucker. That's what we got to be doing. I'm not complaining about no job. My life is hard. I'm not about to be saying I got all these health issues and I'm not doing nothing about it to change my eating habits, or I call myself doing a little something. I got all this stuff in front of me that's bad, and then I just get this Diet Coke or Pepsi, knowing that I got chili cheese fries sitting in front of me, 2 slices of cake, vanilla and chocolate. Then I got all these other things next to me. I got extra size macaroni and cheese. I got an extra serving of candy yams, and then I got this Diet Pepsi or Coke. Come on. That's brainwashing in itself, just because they know when people see the word diet, they thinking it's really that much more beneficial. No, they got other ways of putting ingredients in there that's more detrimental to your health that you won't understand. That's why when we read those big words on the ingredients, we don't know most of them. That's how they had it. The average person, even if they did, they not reading the ingredients list anyway. We think and eat with our eyes first before we even taste it or pick it up. Once we see it, we already tasting it with our eyes. Nobody cares about what ingredients they put in it, especially if they pull it up to a place and they buying it, and whatever container they put it in, it don't have the ingredients on the back. Only them buying it and it coming in this original container got the ingredients on it. Like if you got something like this is the original container. So, but if I put, just say if this is some fruit drink and they got ingredients, and I pour this into a personal container that don't have no ingredients, just a regular container, you won't know what's in it. Only thing you're gonna be saying is, ooh, that tastes good, let me get 2 of those. That's all you're gonna be saying. That's why I say stuff like that I have to question for a cheat meal. That way, I really don't have to question it, because I automatically know and look at it bad, because I don't really know what's in it and can't control it. I just know I want it and it's good as far as taste, and I don't want it in my system again until 7 more days. It's a system that you cannot fail with. You don't have to count what's in it or nothing. It's a dirty meal that you do not for one day, but for one meal out this particular day, preferably early, so you can get rid of it quick and get the moving your system forward and running off fat as soon as possible. I do it 7 days, like I always say. That way I know I can clear it way quicker than 7 days. It just gives me a peace of mind. I'm gonna clear it in about 2, maybe even a day if I'm moving around. Like, just say not the same day, but that next day, more than likely I done already cleared it. I just say I give myself 2 days. So I cheated today on my I cheated today for one of my meals. So today, Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, that meal is completely gone on my system by Saturday morning when I wake up. Guaranteed. I don't even have to think about it. Y'all see how I look with clothes on. Y'all saw me at the park working out, so y'all see with the shirt off. So y'all see the stomach area and everything. So This system I've been on for like 2 years. But questions, who got questions? Any type of questions? What's your favorite fruit source? Fruit and vegetables. What's your favorite fruit and vegetable source? Because whatever your fruit and vegetable source is, those need to be your carb sources that you need to implement in your meals that y'all fix. Not something that you just like to eat, but love to eat. And it need to hit the spot. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know who all like pineapples or how long it's been since y'all hear pineapples. But pineapples, it ain't too many fruits. It's a lot of good fruits out here, don't get me wrong. But that pineapple is in a league of its own. Nothing tastes close to a pineapple as far as the way it tastes. Nothing. Even if I'm blindfolded, I know I'm eating a pineapple, y'all. Nothing comes taste to the pineapple. And it's one of the best things you can put in your non-flavored Greek yogurt that's gonna definitely hit that sweet spot. Sometimes I just grab the pineapple itself, right? And don't even put it in the Greek yogurt. Half the time I do. Half the time I just put, maybe if I got some grapes around or something like that, I'll put that in the Greek yogurt. Half the time I put the pineapple. Or I say most of the time I put the pineapple. But it's times when I would just eat the pineapple just like that, like as if it's an apple, and I just eat it, like take the core out the middle and just, because it comes just like that, right out. I just take it out the pack, remove the core part, and I just go in, y'all. Like that first bite, cold. We talk about a cold ass pineapple. Cold, ain't nothing messing with it. Nothing messing with it. Kiwi and spinach. Hey, Raphael, I had spinach yesterday, a nice amount of spinach, just like Popeye. I had a nice amount of spinach yesterday. And kiwi, it's been a few days since I had kiwi, only because they didn't have it at the fruit market, but they had it at the regular market I went to. I just ain't want to buy it because I can get a 2 for 1, so I grabbed something else from the regular market. But kiwi, the taste of kiwi, fruit, y'all, I'm telling y'all, fruit is amazing, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. The way I plated that up, that video was very important. The what I eat in a day video, the reason why that video was important also. Man, I like all fruits. I try different varieties depending on my meals. Variety is key. I just recently bought a seeded watermelon. I don't usually get seeded because my family hate plucking out the seeds. Yeah, and the thing about it, I don't eat the seeds like that. If the seeds is small in a watermelon, a few, I wind up down in those, but I feel you, like, yeah. It ain't like when I do the globe grapes, those seeds it's like candy to me when I do those. But the watermelon seeds, they healthy. They say the watermelon seeds got a lot of proteins, but it ain't the type of seeds that I actually like eat as if I'm eating my globe grape seeds. The globe grape seeds, when I bite into them, it's like candy. Like it adds a whole different crunch and it's good. And I don't even feel them going out. It's just like I bite it and they small. But the watermelon seed, I feel you. But you getting a lot of that nutrition into the watermelon. So it's like, it might be more time consuming. People probably don't like picking them. You bite into it, you gotta chew a certain way and spit them out as you go, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. Watermelon is one of the best things, but it's worth it. I just eat the damn seeds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be some seeds that we spit out, but some of them seeds we gonna be stomaching, because that's just what it is. Like, the taste of the watermelon, the sweetness of the watermelon, and the water help you being able to take it on, because the watermelon is like mainly water. So you kind of like taking some pills, healthy pills, healthy pills, and kind of like flushing them all at the same time. That's how I look at it when I eat watermelon, because there ain't nowhere in hell I can enjoy a seed of watermelon and spit out and pick out all the seeds. That's why I say some of those seeds I'm taking on, and then, you know, some of them spitting out. But the fact that the watermelon is mainly water helps us. But if that watermelon was dry, it's no way we would be able to chew on them seeds. But that water content, it's like taking some multivitamins and flushing it all at the same time. So it's a win-win. Watermelon is everything. And I only eat seeded watermelon. Anything that's supposed to have seeds, that's all I eat, y'all. That's all I eat. And see, that's another thing. They make seedless stuff for convenience because they know people don't really have the patience to be picking it. Yeah, but those same people who buy everything that's supposed to have seeds, seedless, is nutrient deficient. And the food, the fruits and vegetables is our medication. They walking around with arthritis, inflammation, joint problems, high blood pressure, migraines, all types of stuff, skin looking crazy, nutrient deficient. That's what most of the health issues is coming from with people out here. Being overweight, all that stuff is a sign of nutrient deficient. That's nutrient deficiency. If your body was metabolizing stuff the way it's supposed to and putting it where it need to go, you wouldn't have a buildup of trash stored in your intestines that's just sitting from years and years of just storing it because they don't have nowhere else to go. They don't have no other use for it. And we study eating every day, all day, building on top of it. That's why they be saying by 40, get a colonoscopy and all that type stuff. You really wouldn't need it if we was eating healthy. But when we eating all this processed stuff and it's not breaking down, it's got to go somewhere. It don't get stored in the heart. It don't get stored in the bicep. It don't get stored in your brain. This stuff is getting stored like right here. This is our pouch right here. Stomach, gut, intestines, all this stuff is connected. Like, yeah, our whole digestive system. Yeah. Yep. So the whole foods is going to keep us cleaned out. It's going to keep our system moving. That's why I say eat the stuff that's whole food, because the whole foods is going to have the fiber, the protein, you know, the macros and stuff like that that you need to sustain whatever you're trying to do, whether it's fat loss, whether it's maintaining your weight loss, whether it's gaining muscle. Like the key ingredients in the whole foods is what we need. We don't even have to even look it up. Just knowing that it's a whole food, all we got to do is bite into it. All we got to do is cook it. We good to go. We don't even have to understand it like that. What's understood don't have to be explained. We just know, all right, this apple is good for me. All right, this spinach is good for me. All right, this, you know, people, you know, everybody got their own saying about, you know, the chicken, the red meats or whatever. But what I'm saying is we still eating this whole food. This is in a whole form. We cooking it and we ain't doing nothing to it except for what we want to do to it. It's in its rawest form and we adding on to it. That's why I keep it just like that. I'm getting this turkey. I'm getting this fish. I'm getting this rotisserie chicken. My rotisserie chicken only got 5 herbs, y'all. No sodium. It don't have 20 ingredients on it like Myers and Kroger brand. Do away with those brands, because eating that, you probably almost close to eating some fast food, maybe a little bit more healthier. But that stuff got some garbage ingredients in it. And anytime I've ate it, it sent me straight to the bathroom in the wrong way. Not because of the fiber that's in it, but because of the other messed up stuff that's in it. Raphael, I finally got a chance to visit the Whole Foods market today. It was a great experience and I found what I was looking for. Yeah, especially when you got time, Raphael, to really kind of be in there. Just say you got an hour to just, you ain't really rushing pretty much. You got an hour to kind of, you know what you kind of going in there for, but you got a chance to look around. You know what you want to come back for next time. look at some other stuff, kind of look at the ingredients, and let me add this. I'm gonna get that next time. I got enough stuff in this buggy for now. I wasn't prepared to get all this or all of that extra stuff, but I see some other stuff that I want to come back for. It just take the shopping from let me hit the market to it's an experience. And then, like I always say, we can't help but to look around at other people's buggies as we going down the aisle, and we seeing, other people in front of us at checkout. You hear somebody behind you, loading their stuff up on a little conveyor or whatever, and you look around, you see they got Hawaiian Punch in their basket and waffles, the frozen waffles, and they got Little Debbie's this and all types of stuff like Doritos, all types of stuff, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All this frozen stuff, fish sticks. I'm like, man, like all the stuff that all of us used to experiment around with when we was younger. And, years ago, some of this stuff we were still eating, and, it's just good. Some people in their journey further than other people, but the whole thing is we still in our journey. We all on a journey. Next year it's gonna be different. By the time fall coming in, we'll have a whole nother part of our journey that we probably started. We just study. We always learning. We always growing, y'all. So that's the thing. Like Whole Foods, I'm telling you, like I always tell people, the answer to whatever is going on health-wise, it's gonna always be simple. When y'all think about it, it always come back to what? Eating whole foods, a salad, not eating processed stuff, getting away from added sugar, eat your fruits, eat your green vegetables. Of course, eat your other color vegetables too, but they always say eat your green because the green, I would say, I don't want to say though, is more important, but it's a leader. I would want to word it like this: one of the main leaders of the other vegetable, because green represent cleansing and energy because it's packed with chlorophyll. Chlorophyll give you a lot of energy and clean you out. That's why even when you're not feeling right, the best thing for you to do is eat something green, because it's going to clean you out, meaning whatever is going on with your system. And on top of that, it's going to give you energy. And if you can't eat it, drink it, because it's packed with chlorophyll and it's going to give you energy and it's going to clean you out. That's why green tea is good for everybody, y'all. That's why I say, like, this is a whole nother level. Like the cold season is going to be coming up for most of us, right? Some people might be already in their cold season, depending on where they at. Well, to warm you up, you want to watch the game, you can make you a nice green tea. You can put lemon in the green tea. You can put a little bit of your natural sweetener up in there, organic sweetener in there. If it was me, I would do something like, some people use honey, but they say honey is not whole because it's not made strictly from a direct source. It's kind of a process that it go through. But use your natural sweet. I would say date syrup would be a good one, because date sugar is not going to dissolve in it, because they say it don't even dissolve in coffee. So use your natural sweetener in there and throw some lemon in there with the green tea. You talking about good, like this is good eating, good drinking, y'all. Or you can make a cold iced tea with the lemon, with the green tea, with your natural sweetener, y'all. I'm telling y'all, like, it's levels to this stuff. Kind of like you making a lemonade or Kool-Aid, but you making a healthy, sweet green tea. A healthy one, though. A healthy one. You can just make a small one, or just a regular personal one, just so you don't have a big one to just be downing all throughout the day. Just make a small one here and there just to switch it up. Whether it's this season for a cold one, and that's food for thought, or you can make the hot version when it get cold. It's an experience, y'all. Like, we got to put our stuff in play. You can switch it up, make some smoothies out of your fruit. Make your own smoothie. You can make a strawberry banana smoothie, which is the most simple, knownest smoothie that you can make. Strawberry banana. And you can throw in whatever else from there. You might want to put a little cinnamon. You might want to put a little of something extra in there. I don't know. You can do that how you want to do it. Yeah. Matter of fact, y'all can take a banana and some strawberries, blend that up, put that in a bowl, kind of like an acai, put that in a bowl and top that with some pieces of chocolate, dark chocolate, because dark chocolate is healthier, flavonoids and antioxidants. So take some dark chocolate and throw that on top of there. So you got the strawberry and banana mixture in the bowl, right? And then you throw some dark chocolate pieces on top of that. And maybe your thing is blueberries, or maybe you just want to leave it as that. This is good eating. This is good eating, y'all. Hell yeah, I drink unsweetened green tea. It tastes so damn good. Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's why I say, like, this on our journey. This is a lifetime journey. Like, as if this is what we was born into. So this journey is lifetime. This ain't no diet. This is a lifestyle. This is a journey. So, and a journey only just mean like we always adding, we always minusing to always level up. But this is a lifestyle. So we want everything that we reach for to be our shit. Like, this is my thing, my water. If I'm drinking a juice and it's a healthy juice, this is my healthy juice. If I'm reaching for a fruit, this is my fruit. If I'm eating my meal, this is my favorite. And then it's the cheat meal. Everything I reach for has to be my favorite thing to eat. Wash, rinse, and repeat, y'all. It has to be my favorite. Why? Because this ain't a diet. It's a lifestyle. And I'm steady adding and steady coming up with stuff. And I try to spread my ideas to y'all. I'm steady adding and coming up with stuff because this is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle, y'all. People start and stop this because they didn't take it on serious enough for it to be a lifestyle. It was a diet. Yeah, it sound good, but can you sustain that? Slow and steady wins the race. People pull back from all these different things because it sound good and look good. But the feeling that they have that's going with pulling back all these things ain't matching because they missing out. And when you feeling like you missing out, you done pull back too fast and pull back too much. Slow and steady, because whatever we getting rid of, we want to make sure we replacing that with something just as good or better, especially when it comes to taste. That's the main thing. That's why most people renege on a diet, because for one, it's a diet, so they probably weren't gonna make it anyway. And then when they do go back into it, they eat double or triple more than what they pull back from. And then another thing, like, it's you didn't give it time to replace. Once we minus this, just say if you stop eating bread and you only eat bread like once a month, maybe twice a month now. Because French fries and all that's still considered bread. Anything that's fried, that's still considered bread. So instead of you eating this stuff once or twice a day, you eating it once or twice a month now. Well, you got to figure out a way to replace the fact that you was doing this once or twice a day, and now you only doing it once or twice a month. That's a huge difference, especially for somebody just starting that. Did you replace it? You got to make sure whatever you replaced it with is serious. Whether it's a fruit source, whether it's a fat source, it has to be just as good. And most people, they don't do it. And once you get that locked and loaded, then you keep moving along. But you give it time and make sure that you can handle that. And then over time, just keep replacing. Just imagine, y'all, what all we replaced just over, I don't know, it probably took us 3 months. Just imagine we just replaced something else and we about to ride that wave out probably for another 2-3 months. And then we going to figure out some other stuff. It takes time. You will know when you got your system in place when it's time to plate it up. Like the way I plated my stuff up, Y'all can plate y'all stuff up the same way. Those was 2 meals. And y'all see everything, that stuff get eaten all at one time. This whole meal and then that whole meal. All of it is getting eaten. So by the time I finish that, if y'all don't think I'm satisfied, I don't know what else to tell you. This is my favorite stuff. Not only does it look good, but it is good. Because we know how most of that stuff tastes. Most people love peanut butter. Most people love chicken. Most people love bananas or peaches. Like people, we pretty much know how this stuff tastes, so you can't really go wrong. Like most people love maybe some cucumbers or ranch on something. You know, most people love tuna in some type of way, like, or some type of nuts, whether it's walnuts or peanuts. So we know how this stuff tastes. Like, you can't go wrong. You can, that just give you an idea. Now mix and match what you choose to add in or minus, and you got a system going. And right now I was doing rotisserie chicken 4 times out the week. Now I'm doing rotisserie chicken, I would say 2 times definitely, and maybe 3, because I didn't replace the other day or 2 with more ground turkey. And then the other day, few days, I might have some 80-20 beef. And then y'all know I got a cheat day. And then one of those days that I'm not doing chicken might be salmon or something like that. So it's pretty much 2, 2, and 2, which is 6 days, and then I got a cheat day. So I got a nice system going. But the rotisserie chicken, yeah, it's still there for 2, 3 days out the week instead of 4 days. Just so I got a variety, so I don't get burnt out and keep stuff going right. So I figured the system I got now that go to show y'all, look at that system. I was riding that system for a minute until I came up with something else. So now it's like 2, 2, and 2. Like 2 days out the week I do this, and it don't gotta be back to back. It's just 2 days out the week I do this, 2 days out the week I do this, 2 days out the week I do this, and then my cheat day. Perfect system. My fruits and vegetables is some of everything. Oranges, apples, peaches, plums, pears, grapes, kiwi, bananas, you name it. Blueberries, raspberries, you name it, y'all. Like, it take a minute. Another thing I say, when y'all look at y'all plate and plate y'all meals up, the plate should be very colorful. That'll let y'all know if y'all got a variety and a mixture of what y'all need, y'all macros and micros, y'all minerals and vitamins, y'all fats, y'all protein, y'all plates. That's why I wanted to make the video too, because notice my plates were colorful. That means you're getting the right vitamins. You don't have to think too hard with it, because it's gonna naturally make sense. You should be eating some orange, some that got an orange color to it. You should be eating some that got a red color. You should be eating some that got a green color to it. You should be eating some dark and leafy. You should be eating some that got a blue color to it. Like, just switch it up like a multivitamin, because that's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You're going to get your minerals and vitamins mainly from your food source. And whatever supplements you might be taking, that would just to be to balance things out. But your supplement shouldn't be the whole of your nutrients. That's not the way it goes. It's called a supplement for a reason. Most of our nutrition needs to be coming from our food. Yep. Random videos. I'm back. Hey, I'm glad you back. That's a good thing. Random videos. I lost third though. What you mean, random videos? I lost third though. But it's good to have you back. But yeah, y'all, so I just stay locked and loaded. Make sure those plates are colorful. Make sure those plates are colorful. That'll let y'all know if it's balanced out. You should be looking at, I say, 3, 4 colors on that plate. 3, 4 different colors easily on your plate. Because you're going to have fruits, vegetables, your meat source, your carbs, fat, everything on that plate. Protein, fat, and carbs is going to be on that plate. So they're going to be representing different colors. And you just switch these up throughout your day, throughout the week. You get everything you need. Y'all going to realize that a lot of health issues going to go away also, because y'all really starting to lock and load. Y'all as in we, me too. We starting to lock and load more and more on the essentials of making sure we putting the right balanced amount of fats, proteins, and carbs into our systems. And anytime we doing whole foods, we don't have to focus in on it too much, because whatever is in that whole food is meant for us to have in our system. And we ain't got to do too much calculating. We pretty much know what we eating up here because we done already calculate. We done already read the ingredients, y'all. So we done already read it. We know what we getting because this is what we do. Now, if it's something new you want to add to your system, well, you got to go back and read and see what's what before you add that. That way, when you want to do your switch up, you can say, well, you know what? This is about the same as that, or this a little less, or this a little bit more. Perfect switch up. That way, you still in that same range all the time. It's never going to stay the same exact, but it should be about right up in there, y'all. Day in and day out, throughout the month, throughout the year, unless you're trying to tweak some stuff and you're trying to get it there. But day in and day out, nobody stays here. Either going, or you right there. One day you might weigh a pound or 2 pounds less. All right, so you drank more water this day. Of course, you ate more fruit. Maybe it contained more water. So you're going to be about right here. That's a healthy way, like right there, right up in there. And y'all will be good. Random videos. What you mean by I lost third, though? Yeah, y'all. So that's the formula I always recommend people to follow. Ain't nothing wrong with you calculating the calories and all that type stuff on a scale to start off with. But once you know your numbers with what you plating up, you should be able to eyeball enough. You should be able to know approximately, all right, this is about what I usually eat. You can't go wrong with that. Only way stuff is going to be messed up for you, especially if you still got the same activity level, which you guesstimate what you put in your system. Because don't forget, the whole foods is designed to do your system good, not bad. So you ain't gonna have to worry about getting fat and all this other type stuff, because the whole foods is not fattening. It don't have all this processed stuff in it. That's why when you go to other countries, they built is different, because the ingredients list is different. So once you know about what you get in the calories, and all right, this is what I usually make, you don't have to take a little piece off and put it back on this. No, this is about what you usually eat. 2 leg quarters. All right, this is about how many mashed potatoes I eat. I just put 3 scoops on here because let me see, these 3 scoops is all right, this weigh this much. All right, so I'm gonna just put 3 nice scoops. Whether you a little bit over or a little bit less, you good. You pretty much scaled it right here. Now you just know 4 scoops is gonna be overdoing it, but 3 nice scoops, all right, 3 nice scoops again. Maybe you under or maybe you a little bit over as far as calories. Cool. You still right here with it. You still right here with it. As long as your activity level is about the same, you good. The scale is only meant for you to get an idea of what you plating up based on what you usually like plating up when it's time for you to cook. That's all that is. After that, you gotta get rid of it. Who wants to live on a fucking scale for the rest of their fucking life? It's not meant to be that way. It's not meant to be that way. You might put on a little bit muscle. You might lose fat. So your body weight then went down a little bit as far as how to close, because you done lost some of the extra fat. The whole point is you stand in your health zone the whole time. You done picked up 5. I always tell people, give yourself a chance to pick up 5 or drop 5. You still pretty much in that same area. Especially now, you don't want to drop 5 pounds of muscle, but you might drop a few pounds of fat, right? You might pick up a few pounds, whether it's, you just gain some mass or a few fat calories. If you got room, cool. Give yourself a few pounds to pick up, 3, maybe 5 pounds. Other than that, you got to do some work on what you really fixing, because you going outside what you trying to do, and you didn't increase something too much. You didn't cut too much of a slice of whatever you done sliced up. Yeah, other than that, no, the scale is not designed for us to be robotic like that. That's just to get you going so you have an idea what's what. After that, stay active. plate up. Fix yourself a desired amount that you feel that's good enough for you to do what you do. After you've been used to plating up after a while, you should know what that is. If it's a very busy active day, of course, more than likely, more than your usual active day, more than likely you're going to have to eat more because you've been active more. That's the perfect time to get away with some extra calories because you done burnt more. Throw in an extra fruit, throw in an extra vegetable, throw in an extra piece of salmon or ground turkey. Maybe you might do a half of a burger extra. You got room for it because you done burnt off more. That's all we got to do. It's simple, y'all. Y'all see it's working for us. But anyway, I'm about to get ready to get off this live. Any questions? Anybody got any questions? I got a couple things I got to tighten up to wrap up my day. I've been at it since 7 a.m. I'm always going hard, y'all. I don't stop. Any questions from anybody? Going once, going twice. No questions? It's your boy, D Weezy. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. If y'all know anybody that want to be positive, focused, and part of the community that's moving forward and always focused on their goals, make sure y'all share this live. I appreciate you, Raphael. I appreciate everything you do. Shout out to everybody that was part of the live today. I'll see y'all on the next one. It's your boy, D Weezy. We out.